Welcome to the trade city of Chang'an, modernly known today as Xi'an. Presentation by Logan Cromings and Robbie Moore. The city of Chang'an flourished during the Tang Dynasty, which lasted from the year 618 to 907 CE. On this map, one is able to see the location of Chang'an in relation to the Tang Dynasty, colored in white, as well as modern-day China, labeled in green letters on the left-hand side. Also, one is easily able to recognize Chang'an's strategic positioning on the Wei River, allowing the city easy access to long-distance trade. On this map, one is able to better understand the distance Chang'an's trading routes extended over both land and sea. Chang'an's most important trade route was the Silk Road, on which there was a significant stop from the years 206 BCE to 1368 CE. Chang'an's golden age occurred from the year 618 to 907 CE, during which they were the most important stop for any and all merchants. The first event on our timeline occurred in 618 CE, just after the Sui dynasty had fallen. A man named Li Wan raised an army and declared himself Emperor Gaozu, and began the Tang dynasty, with Chang'an as its capital city. Here is a picture of the man who started the Tang dynasty, Emperor Gaozu. Event number 2 on our timeline takes place just after Emperor Taizong had begun his reign over the Tang dynasty in the year 638 CE. Almost immediately after beginning his reign, he issued a declaration protecting all Christians and Buddhists, allowing for the religions to spread throughout the entire dynasty. Here is an image of Emperor Taizong spreading both Christianity and Buddhism throughout his entire dynasty. Event number 3 on our timeline occurred in the year 712 CE, when the Tang dynasty reached its highest point under the reign of Emperor Xuanzong. Moreover, the city of Chang'an became the world's most populated and wealthiest metropolis, rivaling the city of Rome. Here, a metaphor is presented to represent how Emperor Xuanzong brought the Tang dynasty to its peak. Event number 4 on our timeline occurred between the years 875 and 883 CE and is about the Huang Chao Rebellion. After 6 years of brutal fighting, Chao managed to capture the capital city of Chang'an, but was eventually defeated 2 years later. Although defeated, Chao's rebellion laid the groundwork for the decline of the Tang dynasty. The tapestry shown here was created during the actual Huang Chao Rebellion that lasted between the years of 875 and 883. Event number 5 on our timeline occurred in the year 907 CE, when a military general by the name of Zhu Wen emerged from the country's rebellion and forced the emperor to abdicate his throne. Wen then declared himself the first emperor of the later Liang dynasty, marking the end of the 3-century-old Tang dynasty. In this animation, you see the city of Chang'an being set on fire to represent the countless rebellions that occurred towards the end of the Tang dynasty, and from these ashes rises General Zhu Wen, who eventually goes on to create the later Liang dynasty.
Being at the end of the Silk Road, Chang'an was home to a variety of cultures and religions. The most popular religions included Buddhism, Taoism, Zoroastrianism, Manichaeism, and Nestorianism. Manichaeism is a small offshoot of Zoroastrianism that incorporates parts of Christianity. Nestorianism is a sect of Christianity that was founded by a patriarch in Constantinople. Chang'an's most important exports included silk, porcelain, gems, and lacquerware such as bowls and small figurines. Imports included spices, dyes, and ivory from India, silver from Iran, and pelts and furs from Europe. The city was also notorious for having hundreds of multi-story restaurants that also included brothels. During the Tang dynasty, Chang'an was the largest city in the world, with as many as 2 million people living there at once. The ethnic makeup included people from all over the world, such as Persians, Central Asians, Japanese, Koreans, Vietnamese, Tibetan, and Indian people. Chang'an marked the end of the major trade routes on the Silk Road into China, and was the first city to implement the grid system outline, which quickly spread to neighboring cities, and is now the standard for all modern-day cities, including Phoenix. Although the Qin dynasty was 800 years older than Chang'an's heyday, the terracotta warriors remain the city's greatest tourist attraction and one of the most important archaeological discoveries ever. Thank you for watching as we took you on a tour of the amazing city that is Chang'an.
Created using Powtoon.